Carr going to give it to Jacobs. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to look deep for more. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well. Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down. Exactly.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw his Carr. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Offside defense.
First down, Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
On that first down.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. Back to throw. Carr. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs fighting him off. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. Touchdown Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Along. Now on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And shutting him off, now open field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd and 10, Carr, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Carr to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Carr going to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times have we talked about complementary football? We usually talk about does the offense help the defense, does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw there complete to Ruggs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Carr to throw.
Looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
A first down run with Jacobs going to be well-read defensively as they'll stop him for a loss of a couple.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Able to push his way through. And some room to roam now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 30 yards. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to... On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to... On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A run on 1st down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
once again is Jacobs. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Las Vegas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.
I was talking with my crew before the show. By the way, best production team in the biz, or at least that's what they tell me to say. Anyway, I think it's worth discussing on air for this podcast the new Nike commercial they debuted last night. It was not good. It was amazing. I mean, you get all these dramatic...
today.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing again at Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing.
Stafford here. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Hill. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking where the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Rams are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. And Woods has it complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a first down throw. Stafford.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on second down. Stafford.
This is caught. It's Woods. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Here's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The kick by Gold is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. First down, Stafford here. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking for Woods again, and he finds it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. To the air again, Stafford. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So Stafford on first down. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Stafford looks to throw again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And that one almost intercepted. could have been his third pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a third down.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee.
And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Now it's Stafford.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 21.
Well, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Van Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Stafford now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Stafford.
And he'll be brought down after a gain of about 9, and compounding things, it's now 3rd down as well. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard.
Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So, for the Chargers, the win is their 8th on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Back now on OT with KC. I'm your host, Kevin Connors, and I will tell you, I am nothing if not a man of my word. My